Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the FireStorm podcast. We are back with an album review, and we've reviewed these guys before. We checked out their last album, Explosion, a few years ago.
What a name.
And since then, a few things have happened. We are talking about 3 Days Grace, one of my favorite bands. I don't know how your opinion has, if it's shifted of them over the past few years since you
so 3 Days Grace was one of those emo bands I didn't grow up with. They're a little foreign to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any like specific nostalgia for them. Of course I know like Animal I've Become. Of course I know that one. But for the most part, maybe a couple other tracks, but I hadn't really listened to them much at all when we reviewed Explosion, so I didn't really know what to expect. And I remember being impressed. Like, there were a couple songs on Explosion I went back to even after it was over, after we were done with the review. So I remember liking their stuff. But I'm sure you're about to talk about what's interesting about this one that I don't have any particular like I said, I don't have any nostalgia for them.
Yes.
So,
the fact of the matter is, something big happened last year. The original lead vocalist Adam Gontier returned to the band. And instead of taking over and the prior lead singer Brad Walst, instead of him just leaving, what they've done instead is they're a quintet now. So they both lead and they both sing, which is really, really, really cool. It was a major surprise. I don't really know the ins and outs of how that came to be, or like why Adam Gontier left in the first place. But all that matters is that now they're together, so they can do basically the best of both worlds from the first 3 albums. I believe it was 3 Days Grace, 1X, Life Starts Now, and Transit of Venus. They were all Adam Gontier. And then Human Outsider Explosions was all Brad Walst. Now they can do the best of both worlds, and they've come together to make this new album, Alienation, which involves both of them singing predominantly. So
wow, that is very unusual. You don't hear of that.
No, definitely
ever.
Not. And it's really cool. One sad thing is Brad Walst was previously the singer of another band I really like called My Darkest Days, and because he's now sorry, I've got it mixed up. So there was a period of time where my 3 favorite bands all consisted of these 2 guys singing. Brad Walst sung for My Darkest Days, but then he left them to join 3 Days Grace, so My Darkest Days doesn't really do anything anymore. While Adam Gontier was gone from 3 Days Grace, he joined a band called Saint Estonia, which I think I sent you some EPs of. I remember there being good, yeah. And then because he's now rejoined 3
Was
Days...
that the introvert? Is that what it is? Introvert, extrovert.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Those are good EPs.
And now that Adam's left them to rejoin 3 Days Grace, Saint Estonia is also on hold. Like, they're not done, but them and My Darkest Days are both on hold. So both of the singers can be like, we're gonna fucking rock 3 Days Grace again. So yes, this is definitely it's gonna be interesting because it's a blend of their styles, it's a blend of their voices, and I mean, I'm fucking hyped. This is one of the most hyped 3 Days Grace albums in a long time, because people have been, like, chomping at the bit for Adam Gontier to return. So, this will be very
sure.
exciting.
Well, it's 12 songs long, so it's got plenty of chances to impress me. So I'm looking forward to this.
Yes. The only song I've heard in full is Mayday, as that was the first single they released together. And I've heard about like half of Dominate, because I used it for a lot of my Instagram stories and stuff like that to promote stuff. So I'm mostly in the dark for most of it, but I'm keen. No one expected this to happen, and I'm so glad that it did, because hopefully it means an absolute banger of an album, but we'll see.
Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something, and I forgot. Anyway, if y'all don't know how these album reviews work, we can't play the songs, obviously, because we'll get shot and killed by YouTube. So you can load the album up however you want, YouTube, Spotify, whatever you want, in another tab, and we're gonna count down, play this song in time with us, and we're gonna give our live thoughts as we listen to it, and after each song we'll pause to review each one, and then at the end we'll give our final thoughts. So yeah, let's just jump right in. I was probably gonna say that I don't know jack shit. I haven't heard anything. So that was probably gonna be what I say.
Perfect.
I've not heard any of the singles, so I am blind to everything. So let's go ahead and get into this. We're gonna start with track number 1, Dominate. Tuck the kids in. This has got bad words in it.
Expletives.
All right, so we're gonna play track number 1 in 3, 2, 1, go. Who said you could laugh?
Who said you could have a chuckle?
What's so funny, huh? Oh, well, that was fast. Yeah. Hey, I found the fuck word.
Very nice.
Oh?
No.
You can't make me.
I don't want to think. No! Whoa.
Did I just hear you nutting over there a little bit?
Yes.
I'm like, oh man, this really is Trent's this really is your shit. Was that both of them singing together? That actually works better than I expected.
Oh, I love the tonal styles. You can hear the influence of all the prior albums. I love it.
Oof.
You don't hear a lot of solos anymore.
Oh man, I'm the my infamously spot on analysis from a while back where hold on, it's over.
For what, it being a Trent song?
Yeah, well, I keep it like I can't. In my head right now, I can't unsee the WWE SmackDown versus Raw menu right now.
I'll give you a fun fact as soon as it's done.
Like, I see it so clearly. Like, oh man, I'm on the SmackDown versus Raw 2008 home screen right now.
Well, you know what's really ironic about that is WWE used Dominate for the hype package for Goldberg's last match.
Did they actually?
They did.
Oh my god.
Yeah, absolutely 100% correct.
Wow.
About the WWE influence there. I even talked about it in like a social media post like 2 days ago about how like WWE reached out and like Goldberg loved it and they wanted to use it and like, okay, yeah, sure. So
Nice.
they've had ties to WWE for a
That
while
rips.
now. Obviously, like
Yeah.
Riot and Animal I Have Become were used in some of the games and shit like that. So yeah, it's completely valid. Anyway, fucking great. Good opening song.
Yeah, that was solid. Good fun.
It's fun. Exactly. It feels like it's trying to be one of those songs where like it's purposely a hype song for like sporting events.
Yes.
It's directly one of those, and I don't blame them. That was exciting.
Oh man, you know what it reminds me of? Oh shit, it's the we reviewed their albums once, but I don't think we reviewed this particular album that this song was on. But it's the first track of, oh man, what's the song? All Animal is the song I'm thinking of.
Oh,
Through
yes,
Fire?
from Through
Through Fire.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that. It's
you're
like
right.
similar in it's similar in terms of the just like how simple it is, because that song was exceedingly really simple, but it's effective. There's nothing quite like a very simple and effective song. Like Skillet has it nailed down, right? Like those first every new album, their first song is like a hype song, right? It's this like super simple, but it's effective. This is totally their version of that. Like the riff is bouncy and fun. It's got a great sense of rhythm. The vocals aren't like no one part is like exceedingly super complicated or anything. It doesn't try to do anything for the sake of it, like do anything fancy for the sake of it. It just is super simple and very hype. So yeah, totally works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't listened.
I'm still waiting to be blown away here, but very solid start.
For track one, solid start. Honestly, that's what most mainstream like rock bands need to do. They just need to find one banger that will be used everywhere for like 2 years, and then like they can just write off that.
Exactly.
I think Dominate is definitely that one for this album, but you know what? We got a lot more tracks, and
that reminded me of that reminded me of you said that was used in the Goldberg hype package. I totally missed that because I don't know what happened, but I didn't see the hype package. I thought I should have seen the hype package. But I actually just missed the match live because I think my stream went down or something. I'm not sure what happened because I was watching it on YouTube. So I missed seeing it live. But there was actually, man, I've been really into this new, of all bands, Papa Roach single, Even If It Kills Me, which I think that's a fantastic song. Like I've just been really into it personally, but they use that for the Cody Rhodes Kevin Owens ladder match hype package.
No shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I've like it's been on my on repeat playlist since then. I'm like, oh man, this kind of rules. Because I remember Papa Roach had a period kind of recently where they were releasing kind of weird shit. But it seems like recently there's been somewhat of a return to form for them. I don't know, that just reminded me of that. But
they're a bit quirky like that. They Papa Roach were, definitely a bit odd. Yeah, you reminded me of Through Fire, and I'm like, we did review their last album.
Yeah.
Where the fuck have they gone? Like, I haven't heard them, and I haven't actually heard their songs in a while. I need to go back.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right, sweet. So, yes, the next 3 tracks were all singles, obviously. You can tell by the play count.
I sure can.
But yes, I have not heard Apologies. I signed up, funnily enough, I signed up for the 3 Days Grace newsletter, just in case they ever tour in Australia so I could see it. And they did a huge campaign around Apologies. Like, I don't know what about apologizing for shit, clearly. So, I'm curious to hear what this one is about.
Okay. Then we're gonna just jump right into it, playing track number 2
they got a
in
music
3.
video. Sorry to interrupt. They got music videos for the next 3.
Well, that makes sense.
Nah, I'm not gonna.
Okay,
I don't know. Whatever.
Okay.
All right. All good.
Fuck it. All right. Playing track number 2 in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh.
It is hard.
Wow. Oh, Adam.
Wow, that was a cool little transition from vocalist to vocalist.
You're right. Their voices do work well, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that.
Man, this has like a mid-2000s emo vibe, doesn't it? This is cool.
Oh, nice.
I've been transported back in time right now.
Perfect.
Nice.
Oh, cut to nothing. Love that harmony.
That was nice.
That was really nice, despite the subject matter. It was really nice.
Well, yeah. When you put it like that, no, yeah, that was I like that one. Again, I think pretty simple. It had a unique sense of timing in the chorus, which I like. It just felt really really well put together, and just not like a lot of rock songs I've heard recently. Just, yeah, like I said, I felt like I was transported back to like where like the mid-2000s era of rock, where people weren't as overproduced, and they were just doing shit that was kind of weird but was cool at the same time. I like that.
Yeah,
a little heavy subject matter, but I'm okay with that.
I think you're right. Like it's not overproduced, but it's not like it feels like just people doing shit, and it works.
Yeah,
and I don't know, because him going caffeine, nicotine, amphetamine. I don't know why that flow was weird to me, but like it just sounded funny. But no, the actual back and forth and the harmonies, and fucking Adam in the chorus. Oh, he's amazing. He has such a good voice. Yeah, no, it was really cool. Big fan, and I know I'm a big fan of what's coming next.
All right, this is must have been the first single. Track number 3 is called Mayday,
and
we're gonna play it.
I'm doing a theme. I'm doing a theme where I'm really close to getting my second book out, and for the first book, all the promotional material I used Mayday for. So I love fucking Mayday. I'm obsessed with it.
Nice. All right, so we're gonna play track number 3 in 3, 2, 1, go.
The riff that sounds like Animal I Have Become. Fuck yeah.
That is a cool riff.
I'd sing if it wasn't cringe, but I'm cringe at singing.
Oh, I like the sound of that acoustic guitar. It's almost like it's playing that intro riff, but different. Man, how are you not bobbing your head to this? Holy shit.
Such a bopper, whatever. And then switching up the order of the singer.
Yeah, that's... Just that alone. Like this one and the last one had it too, where you have the same chorus sung by different singers. Somehow just keeps it fresh. That's fucking cool.
Exactly. Just keeps you invested.
You can't make me. Nice. Man. I still feel like I'm in the 2000s.
That's the purpose. That's the point.
Yeah.
3 Days Grace is meant to make you feel like you're still in the 2000s. And they fucking nail it.
Yeah.
Give me a
Yeah, really, really solid track. That's the best one so far, I think. Just, I mean, everything about it just feels so, I guess, intentional. Like this is, one thing we have talked about this in previous albums. Like, again, I don't want to keep fucking hammering it home, but it's the first example that comes to mind. When we reviewed the most recent Λ𝖫𝖨𝖤 album, we ended up coming away with it. Okay, we ended up coming away from it like, okay, but what the hell is a Λ𝖫𝖨𝖤 song? This is a song. Mayday is a song you could be like, when someone's like, who the fuck are 3 Days Grace? You show them Mayday, and all of a sudden they know instantly. Yes. So yeah, really strong. That's the best one so far.
Absolutely. That one had so many influences and basically eras. The opening riff itself is a direct callback to Animal I Have Become. You listen to both side by side, they're almost identical riffs.
Wow.
So then using Mayday as the first song featuring Adam back, the first single they released, everyone was immediately like, you have fucking done it. I can't believe this. Like, immediately invoked 2006 back to everyone's minds. But then the rest of it, how good Adam and Brad are singing together. It caught me off guard. And you're right. Having the same chorus sung by different singers keeps it fresh. It keeps you invested. And I had that song on repeat for a good long time as soon as it came out, and I was like, I need to listen to the full album. Like, I'm so excited. So yeah, this was sweet.
Yeah, great stuff. All right, moving on. Track number 4 is called "Kill Me Fast," and we're gonna play it in 3, 2, 1, go. What? Tried what?
What?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. That's hard.
That's hard. Tough job. Ooh. Holy. Oh man, I'm back on the WWE home screen. Oh man, strings.
Lovely. You can't just have strings for 2 seconds and then not have it again. Whoa.
They like their acoustic guitars.
Oh, that was cool. Fuck yeah. Very good. Again, they're just playing into parts that they can work together on and just sound a little bit different from the rest of the singles, and that was really cool. I think Adam got a lot more time to show off what he can do vocally. Also, I've been getting the name slightly wrong. It's not fucking Brad Walst, it's Matt Walst. Fucking Brad is his brother who's also in the band, but Matt is the singer. I've been getting the name wrong, I'm sorry. So Adam Gontier, Matt Walst, they're the singers. I fucking knew it.
Got it.
Oh well. But yes, thoughts on that one? I liked it.
Yeah, that was good. It's, you know, we're a third into this now, and it's making me realize like they have a style. You know, it's been a few years. Must have been like for like 4 years since we reviewed the last album. So I haven't listened to much 3 Days Grace since then, but just listening to this now, it's making me realize they have this very they have a style and they're sticking to it, and I really appreciate that. So it's just like this really simple, very. It's not. I want to call it like almost dark feeling. There's just like this sort of, when I listen to these songs, they're not super bright. They're not like, they're still well mixed and everything, very well produced in terms of like how the actual sound of it. But there's just like this, listening to their vocals and just the way that the songs are written, there's just like sort of almost a melancholy hanging over a lot of the especially since in the 3 tracks since Dominate, there's almost like a sense of melancholy hanging over it somehow. So they're really simple rock compositions, nothing to like completely blow anything out of the water, but in how simple they are very effective. And I've always liked songs that are more simple, just generally speaking, because I think those are the ones that will stick with you for longer, as opposed to something that's overly complex, especially for no reason. So just the simple stuff is always the catchiest, right? So I totally like, I'm starting to really get a good understanding of what kind of band they are just from these 4 tracks alone. And then and they've all been solid, right? Like, I think, again, I still think Mayday is the best one so far, but they've all been like solid in their own way and distinct enough from each other not to like overlap. Like, I feel like I could absolutely tell the difference between all 4 of these. And for some rock bands nowadays, it's a lot of their stuff, when you listen to an album back to back, they tend to, a lot of the songs start to blend together, and I don't feel that way for this, at least so far. So, But I like that. It was a lot. The Kill Me Fast had like a slower feel to it. Like a lot of the other, like Mayday and Dominate especially, were like very steady, had a very steady rhythm about them. But that one's more like, almost like, I don't want to come up with a shitty analogy, but it didn't have like it wasn't as steady. It just had like, it almost felt like an up and down of like a waves. A lot of the chorus did feel like the waves going up and down. It was cool. I like it.
Yes, definitely. That is a consistent thing with 3 Days Grace, especially with Adam. Is it was since like 2005 he entered rehabilitation for something. I don't remember. Like it was the Center for Addiction and Mental Health, but I don't exactly know what it was he went in for. I think it might have just been mental health, and he has talked a lot about how he uses music as like a release for that. And that's why, like, he wrote a lot of the songs from 1X, which is like 3 Days Grace's most popular album, in that rehabilitation center. And like,
wow,
he uses a lot of music to get rid of that, which is why I think there is a lot of personal, somber lyrics, which definitely affect the style in general. Like, this is definitely heavier, like a bit heavier than the rest of the 3 Days Grace discography. I do feel like when it was just Matt Walst, like Explosions, it had definitely its heavy tracks. But when you bring Adam in, it gets a bit more somber, but it's still pretty, like, really, really good. So I can imagine one of these tracks will be like a B-side, different style sort of thing. I think they're known for that. I think they always have one which is a bit different, but can't be certain about that. But now we're entering into new territory without any singles. So let's make that assessment.
All right. So track number 5 is called In Waves, and we're gonna play it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Nice.
Whoa.
Ooh. Nice. Ooh, love the instrumental. Hello, Matt.
When they really get up there, that kind of sounds similar. I love that clean guitar with the distorted rhythm. Oh man, that's cool. That shit rips. It's hard to get right, but when it's right, holy.
Fuck. They do so well together. My God.
Yeah, hearing them back to back, just the just the way they sing is almost identical. So when they really start belting shit out in the higher range of their vocals, they actually sound really similar, but the tone of their vocals is different.
That's the thing, that the tone. Like, I think I remember talking about this in Explosions, about how when Matt first took over, it was like a rough transition. Like Human, the first album with him on it, it sounded more like a Matt My Darkest Days album. But then through the years, his style became more like Adam's, which is like something I noticed especially with Explosions. Like it sounded almost like Adam. So the fact that now these two are at the same time singing, and they're, like you said, almost the same, but their tones are slightly different, it works together harmoniously. Like, it's so fucking good.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Fuck, that was another solid song.
Yeah,
a bit more of a heavier song, and I love the, again, like, a lot of these songs are all gonna be, I love the way these two sound together, but I don't know, two singers just fucking rocks, man. I'm enjoying it
cool.
Much more than I expected.
Yeah, I actually like that chorus a lot. Really like interesting vocally, or melodically for the vocals. It's more intricate than the others so far. I like that a lot, and then it ends on a very simple note. I think that works really well. And like I said, it's, you know, how I want to say it's like hard to get right, because you can always do it, but it's like you can only, the thing I like that I mentioned, where you have like this sort of clean lead, all their cleans so far have had like this chorus effect on them. It's really cool. Very, very, a lot of bands in like rock bands of like the mid 2000s era do that with their clean guitars. But putting that over the very heavy distorted rhythms, I think you can only really do that when the vibe's right. And that totally worked. I really like the way that sounds in the bridge of that one. Really cool. Solid stuff. That's one of the better ones for sure. I just think that's really like it might not be one of my personal favorites, but I think it's one of the it was one of the better composed of the 5 that we've heard so far.
I feel like they could have easily dropped that as a single, but they didn't.
Yeah.
So solid. And
yeah.
I don't know if this has been a theme with a few of the album reviews we've done. The next song is the title track, and it's also the shortest. I feel like we've seen that before.
Maybe. I do not remember. Okay.
But just
yeah. All right. So track number 6 is indeed the title track called Alienation, and we're going to play it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh.
I should have expected that, but it still surprised me. Well, we have a swing track. I'm sold. Wow, that's interesting. I kind of like that. Weird, but I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. Ooh.
Oof. That's a catchy ass riff.
Ooh.
Sorry?
I put the I in isolation. That was actually
all right. What a line. Huh. All right. All right then.
All right. That was cool.
Yeah. It was all right. I got a little repetitive towards the end, but yeah. Good stuff.
Yes, I agree. Maybe it's... I know you're a massive fan of swing.
I just think it's cool, especially in rock. Yeah, I just think it's cool.
Yeah.
Not done very often.
I think maybe I'm just not... I don't gel with it as much. I like the more... I don't know. I think you know the type of style I like. You can probably describe it better than me. But I don't know if swing necessarily gels with me. I think that was still cool, and it was still different, and there were some banger lines in there. I put the I in isolation, brother. Fuck me. That is hard. But yeah, no,
it's the edgiest shit I've ever heard in my life.
The hardest shit I've ever heard in my life. Put that on a shirt.
I said it's the edgiest shit I've ever. That's like the fucking teenage goddamn fucking kid in the 2000s in all black with fucking eyeliners. Like I put the I in isolation.
If I was putting like chapter titles in my books, one of them would definitely be called I for Isolation, but I'm not doing that, so we will never see it be. But I don't know. I feel like for the title track, it could have been something a bit bigger, but I felt like that one was subdued a bit. I don't know what for. I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like yeah, you're right. It got repetitive. It just didn't hit as hard, but it was still pretty cool.
Yeah, it did have some cool ups and downs. Like I kind of like the weird synth work they did like from the beginning, and then they use it again in the verses. I think that's kind of cool. It works, especially like when you have like this weird background thing. The vocals have a line, and then it plays the riff, and it goes, but it does the same pattern again. I think that's cool. Especially that riff was catchy as hell. That was a really cool riff they used in that. Yeah, the chorus, it had a strange sense of timing. Like the swing track from the last album, Explosion, is one I went back to a lot, called I Am the Weapon. That had like swing has a very cool sense of rhythm, especially in rock when you get it right. Like you have to the thing about swing is that instead of it being split into two parts, like we have a beat, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Usually you go 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. It's split like that. It's split in halves. But in swing, it goes, your beats are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's what swing is. So instead of split into twos, it's split into threes. And normally your twos, when it's split into twos, they get split again into twos. So one beat would be split into 4. So you don't really touch 3, which is what makes swing interesting. But you do have to get it right. And especially when it comes to like the sense of rhythm. And I think, it not like this one did anything wrong, but it just had a very odd sense of timing, especially in the chorus. I think it makes it unique, but at the same time, it's like, I'm that one's gonna have to grow on me. Let's just say that.
Yeah, like your brain's got to adjust, and
yeah,
I was not ready for that.
Yeah, it was still good, but it's just, it's one of those that's probably gonna be like, someone's gonna come on Twitter in like 3 years and be like, remember the title track of the 3 Days Grace last time? Like, kind of rips.
Remember Alienation?
Kind of. It doesn't really sound like anything else in 3 Days Grace's discography. It's kind of fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but it was good.
I'll tell you what, you're going to want to pay attention to this next song, okay?
I am.
Because I've just found something out which isn't on Spotify.
Oh.
This, Never Ordinary, is 3 Days Grace featuring Lindsey Sterling.
Fuck yeah! I need to hear her new, the new album. I heard, yeah, well, I listened to, the last album, the main album. I haven't heard the deluxe edition. She just put out the deluxe edition of whatever the fuck her last album was called. I forgot.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Duality?
No. Daddy's gonna find it. I already forgot. Fucking hell. What was it called? Duality, you're right. Yeah.
Duality, yeah.
Yeah, so I have to listen to the deluxe edition. Yeah, I heard the main album, but I haven't listened to the deluxe edition yet. Cool. So they probably paid her. They probably paid her to do some violin stuff.
I don't know why it's not on Spotify, but yes, she's in the next song. So
well, they probably just paid her instead of doing her as like a feature. They probably just paid her to do some violin in this track. So that's cool. I wonder if she's credited. Hold on.
She's credited literally everywhere else, but
yeah, she's credited and written by in Spotify. You just have to go to the credits.
Oh,
she's
wonderful. There. Okay, good.
Yeah,
she's there.
So we'll play this one in 3, 2, 1, go. Well, that was fast.
Ooh.
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 I found her. Oh, she's singing.
Pop off, Lindsay.
Yeah. I heard her violin just there a little bit.
I did, very briefly.
Yeah. That was the thing about Lindsey Sterling's Duality album. I think she actually sung more than she usually does, which is at all.
Nice.
Yeah. There she is. She's back.
I love that pause. This song feels much more hopeful, not just because of the brief violins, but just everything. You go, Lindsay. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was so
I like
cool.
that.
That was much more uplifting and hopeful than the other songs, which I'm glad there's a little bit of a change up there. I'm glad we got a bit more of the positive mindset, and I love the slow build of including more violins throughout the song until the last chorus, where it was just all throughout the thing, like all throughout the chorus. So that was cool.
Yeah,
and actually letting Lindsay have a few lyrics in there, like, even though it's just very brief. At least she's forever cemented on a 3 Days Grace track, which is awesome.
not that she needed it, but yeah.
Nah, but you know, I can imagine years ago when you're starting off and you see a band grow, get like a massive band, and actually getting an opportunity to collaborate with that band in some manner would be cool to anyone.
Yeah.
But no, for me, I really like that song. That's up there for me compared to the rest of the album so far. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, that was it had a very distinct vibe from the rest of the album for sure. It's got a little repetitive for me, especially like even I started to feel it in the middle, just because it uses the same melody throughout the chorus, but I don't hate it. I can't get mad at it too much. I think it works really well. So, yeah, no, that was again really unique in terms of at least in the context of this album. In terms of just the way it sounds and the vibes it has, because you're right, it totally is much more positive. Like it does not have that feeling of melancholy that's hanging over a lot of this album. So yeah, cool stuff. Again, totally well placed change of pace in terms of the context of this album. So very strong. Next up is track number 8 called Death Wish. which is one word. I'm not sure if that's right or not, but maybe it's just a stylistic choice. Either way, we're going to play it in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Yeah, it's interesting. Whoa. Yeah.
Nice.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Huh.
It's a 1X reference. Haha. I feel like they said Death Wish way too much in the past 2 minutes.
Death Wish. I love the pop punk, the pop punk way of saying wish.
Wish.
Big fan. Death Wish. Oh fuck! It just ended. Next song started. Fuck. All right, there we go. I got the feeling of that it was too repetitive again, but it was all right. I didn't mind that one.
Yes. Again, same feeling as before. Bit too repetitive. That one was definitely repetitive for me. They said Death Wish way more times than I wanted. But
right,
I just kept hearing every time it was just like something Death Wish, and I'm like, yep, Death Wish, yep, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
and they kept and they didn't stop. Probably, I mean, again, not bad because it's their style, and it's one of those. There are a few 3 Days Grace songs which are definitely my least favorite, but if they come on, I'm not going to skip them. That's in that category for me. Not nice. My favorite. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the weaker ones, if not the weakest of the album so far.
Yeah.
But I did like the especially like that opening riff and the way I think they kind of reused the same sort of rhythm, if not the exact same riff. I wasn't paying that much attention, but it had an odd sense of rhythm, which again, it makes it kind of unique, which I appreciate. I remember, I don't know if I actually verbally reacted, but that opening riff, I was like, oh, really? it grew on me as it went on. It was a little interesting, but I like it. But yeah, one of the weaker ones for sure. That one I felt the sense of repetition more than the others. Sorry.
And just
so,
how immediate it was, just like how quickly it became repetitive.
Yeah. So yeah. Moving on, track number 9 is called "Don't Want to Go Home Tonight," and if the kids woke up, put them back to bed, because there's bad words in this one too.
They're gonna say the F word 1, maybe 2 times.
They're gonna say the fuck word. All right, we're playing track number 9 in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh. Huh.
Oh god.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Damn. I hope you didn't drive after getting high, Adam.
Yeah, I was gonna say weed.
Excuse me?
It's so like passive aggressive.
Yeah, it really is. You were a shit driver and you nearly killed me multiple times.
I think of the sunrise all the time, but you... whatever.
Or at least sometimes. Once a day.
Huh.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was cool.
So that
Not
was
that at
the
all.
B-side sounding song. The one song that stands out very differently. And I'm not going to complain. That was just very nice and almost peaceful in a way.
Yeah. A little passive aggressive, but yeah. It was a very good change of pace. So I can appreciate that, absolutely. Yeah, no, I think it was nice. Like, it again, it really didn't do anything spectacular, like remotely spectacular. It just kind of did its thing, stayed in its lane. Yeah, pretty solid. especially for like the soft song of the album. I didn't mind that at all.
I definitely feel like I don't know if it's exactly passive aggressive. I kind of, but I can definitely imagine like, oh yeah, I'm in the same like I survived car trips where my ex was driving and like I was lucky to live. Like that's the sort of vibe I got from that. It's just like, yeah, that's valid. But no, yeah,
women driving moment.
That was just peaceful. But you're right, for nothing like spectacular in regards to everything we like a lot of other songs, but I think for 3 Days Grace that definitely stands out.
Yeah.
Something very different.
For sure. All right. Moving on to track number 10. It's called In Cold Blood, and we're going to play it in 3, 2, 1, go. I am indeed expecting something heavier here, so no surprise.
Ooh. Oh. Love that string and like guitar in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Hmm.
That's cool.
Holy. Whoa. Ow, the edge.
That, yes. That heavy edge there. I felt like that song was almost like designed, because of all the lyrics, designed to be like, hey, this is us now. This is 3 Days Grace now. This is both of us. We're both singing. We're both killing it. This is what we do now. This is the new 3 Days Grace. Well, I feel like that's what that song was designed to do. But I thought it was cool.
Yeah. Can't be mad at that.
Not one of my favorites from the album, but it was up there. fucking solid all
Yeah.
the way through.
That definitely had like the most, like, you know, most amount of edge. You know, you cut yourself on that shit. Yeah, pretty solid. Yeah, like I said, didn't, like you said, I sort of echo your sentiments there. Didn't really impress me more than or compared to some of the other tracks in this album. But it was good. I did like the way the chorus was written. I like a lot. Sounded cool. It did have like a fuck. It had like a, you know, a lot of good rock songs will have this, like a different sense of speed, or just the different pacing in the verses versus the chorus. That one had that really well. Just very distinct. So I like that about it. But yeah, kind of didn't really, just kind of middle of the road in terms of songs in this album. So track number 11 is called The Power, and we're gonna play it in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Well, I thought he was gonna say he lost his penis. Damn.
Damn it.
That would have been way better. Wow. Huh. I'm still
We're
back
kind
on
of
the...
resting on our laurels at this point. A lot of this feels just getting samey.
Yeah, I'm back on the WWE SmackDown versus Raw home screen.
Mm-hmm.
Has a cool, like, rhythm to it, but it is very samey.
Mm-hmm. Definitely feels like it's good. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like we need another song to fill in the album.
All right, it's kind of catchy.
It is catchy.
It's getting
but...
catchier as it goes on.
Yeah.
All right.
feel like a lot of those. Okay, I might be speaking at my ass here. I feel like that song was made for more Matt to emphasize what he can do. Although they had the same amount of equal parts in that song, but I felt like Matt got to show a bit more of what he could do there.
Right.
And it felt like a good reference to Fallen Angel from Human, for like the first album that Matt took over on. I felt like there was some reference to that in there. I do feel like that was kind of a bit generic in the end, but you are right. It got catchier towards the end. That was weird. I found myself just staring at the screen, and then my head started bopping by itself. It was weird.
Yeah. No, it did get. It was like I said, it has a good sense of rhythm, so it kind of just sort of took over. It infected the brain. It's when you do it right, man. It kind of worms its way into your brain hole somehow. It's a sign of a good chorus. I like it. So yeah, like I said, that was interesting. Like just the way the lyrics and the melody of the chorus were kind of unique in the like how this like it felt samey, but the way it was written, it was just rhythmically a little different than what I was expecting, and a lot of the other stuff on this album, just how the vocals were placed in the chorus, and I don't know, it was interesting. I like it. That might actually be one of my personal favorites. Just like that's catchy. I'm gonna end up hearing that again and be like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get this stuck in my head.
Interesting.
Yeah. I like the catchy stuff, man. I still listen to that like era of pop music from like 2009, 2010, like where everything was super fucking catchy all the time, and that was it. It's what I grew up with. So, anything that's catchy, that's gonna worm its way into my head somehow. All right. So track number 12 is called "Another Relapse." This is the last song on the album, and it is considerably longer than every other song. So we're gonna play it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Shoot me in the face like that, alright? Ooh. Oh, painful guitars. Ooh. I love that. I love that. You take me right back.
Huh. Man. If we had to go through all that kind of samey shit to get to this, that's kind of worth it.
Yeah, this is amazing.
This is really good.
I love that from Adam. Oh. End of album, so we're gonna extend out this song.
Wow. It's like haunting as it fades out. That's really... Huh.
It's getting quieter, but somehow it's still so prominent. Like, how is it still there?
Well, it's not anymore.
That is one of the most, like, you're right, haunting fade outs I've ever heard, because it was getting quieter, but it was still hitting as hard in such a weird way. Like, that was amazing, though.
That was a really good. That's one of the best tracks of the album, hands down.
Oh yeah,
that might be the best track of the album. Like, as far as compositions go, that was really good, really, really good.
Whereas prior songs gave each singer a moment to emphasize their strong points, this came together and let them both excel in amazing ways. I liked heaps of the different stuff both Adam and Matt were bringing to it, and that was really cool. The instrumental was amazing. Everything about that was amazing.
Yeah, compositionally, that was really, really strong. Possibly the strongest of the entire album. Like that's what's so interesting about, like, especially when we at least for me, when we do these reviews, I like to try to look at a lot of the songs as objectively as I can for the most part. Like that was really, really good. Possibly the strongest song on the entire album, but it's probably not going to be one that I personally go back to a lot. It probably isn't one of my personal favorites, but it is really, really strong. Just everything about it was really good. Like, there's a lot of things to set it apart from the rest of the album. It had a lot of the songs on there on this album had a really good sense of rhythm, but that one had it too. Just pretty much everything that 3 Days Grace has done really well throughout the album is just highlighted in its best form in that song. I think it was just really strong. You know, I don't think the fade out needed to last that long, but other than that, fantastic stuff. Really, really good. So I don't even know what else to say about the entire album, because it was consistent. Maybe a couple lulls here and there and a couple high points. But it felt really consistent throughout. Some good changes of pace. Track number 9 and 7 both felt like really nice changes of pace. Fuck. Especially, you know, with the singles, like those first 5 songs felt like those give you just such a clear view of who 3 Days Grace are as a band. Like, you just so get them. Like, you know, I haven't listened to them much, if at all, since the last album review we did. And those first 5 tracks just give you such a clear understanding of who this band is. And really, like, you know, a lot of the less, you know, the songs you're not as confident will be super popular with the fans go in to the second half, and that's fine, right? Like, you kind of expect that in a rock album like this. Like, not every single song in the second half is going to be a massive banger. But none of them were bad. So there were some repetition issues. Like, I think some of them, especially around the middle, got repetitive. But I didn't feel that at all in the first bit and the last bit. So yeah, I think it was, you know, I think it's a very, it's something you see a lot with bands of this ilk. Like, a lot of bands in this genre do this really well. But one of my favorite bands, Breaking Benjamin, has always been praised for how consistent they are. Like, whenever you get a new Breaking Benjamin album, you know what you're gonna get because it's Breaking Benjamin, and they always sound like Breaking Benjamin. And I think this, again, I don't know much about 3 Days Grace. I haven't listened to much of their other albums, but I felt this was very consistent, and I think anybody who is a 3 Days Grace fan is probably quite satisfied coming out of this. Nothing, like, it didn't. I was hoping for it to blow me away a little bit more than it did, but at the same time, there were a handful of really, really strong tracks that I'll probably be coming back to, even on a personal level in my own time, just to hear, because I think they're really cool. So, very strong release. Good stuff.
Yeah, that's completely valid, and I mostly reflect those sentiments. I felt like they could have, like, they did a lot with making each track unique and having both Adam and Matt excel in their own ways, and I am really happy that they did. I do wish there was another big track to take away from this that would have really that's the thing. Another Relapse was basically the track I was hoping was stand out to make everything come together perfectly, and it did, and it got to show off everything, but there is something about it which maybe I wouldn't always listen to it when it comes on. Like, it's not one I will always seek out, but it is something that perfectly shows off the new 3 Days Grace. And the whole album was really cool. I'm really glad I got to hear both the singers together, and everything leading up to it feels like a perfect mix of old and new for 3 Days Grace. But yeah, there was just maybe one big hit missing, but I think a lot of their like the first 5 songs we write, they're the strongest, and they had some stuff in there to mix it up a little bit. And I like Never Ordinary, Don't Want to Go Home Tonight, the end of The Power, like In Cold Blood was also pretty decent, like, and another Relapse as well. Like, so much cool stuff in here, and like I'm a good 8 of these songs I reckon will make it into my playlist of like shit I will just listen to whenever it comes up. But only like 3 of them are gonna go into like my writing playlist, because it gets me going. Like, fuck yeah, this is sick, and it gets me in the go to do shit. But yeah, still fucking awesome album, and I think from here they're just gonna keep getting better. Whereas like 3 Days Grace, their first album, like the first album, which was self-titled, was a bit, it was pretty good. It had a lot of solid songs on there, like 100%. Like all the songs were really, really good. 1X excelled, and then from there they was pretty good, but didn't have a lot of other ways to go. Then when Matt took over, there was a lot of growing pains. There was a lot of time for them to get to grow into the slightly new style or adjust and become more like Adam, and they ended up adjusting. Although in saying that, I think Human is still a banger album, and every song from the Outsider album I think is a banger because they're all consistently heavy. I fucking love that album. Explosions wasn't as good as that, but still really, really good. And I think this is, like I said, a perfect mix. And from here, I reckon they're just gonna fucking pop off. If everyone in the band stays as is, they're just gonna fucking go crazy from here, which I am excited for.
Yep. Yeah. So, if that about wraps it up, then we'll call it here.
Well, give me your favorites. Give me your favorites.
My three favorites are probably Mayday, In Waves, and The Power. I think are my three favorites.
All right.
What about you?
Mayday, Never Ordinary, and I think fuck, it's tough because they're all really good. Another Relapse or The Power. Not The Power, sorry. That was your favorite. Mayday, In Waves, and Never Ordinary. But fuck, man, Kill Me Fast and Dominate and Another Relapse. They're all struggling to like be fourth or third. Like they're all so close and up there. But yeah, no, that was fucking bangers all around.
Yep. Okay, so that about wraps it up for this album review. I can't remember if there's something else coming soon that we're doing. I don't remember.
I don't believe there is. I think that's
okay.
All we have for now.
Okay, so yeah, that'll probably do it from us for at least a little bit. Maybe it's possible there's another podcast thing between now and Legends ZA in about 2 months. But we'll be doing that when that comes out, so another brief hiatus from us, but that's fine. So thank you for listening to this with us, and if you have any we're clearly open to ideas here. If you have any album reviews that you'd like us to, or albums that you'd like us to review, rather, you can leave them in the comments. And was there anything else I was supposed to say? Fuck.
I don't know. Just tell us what you want us to listen to, subscribe, and all that jazz.
Yeah. Subscribe and shit, and we'll see you guys next time, whenever that is.
Yeah. We'll see you soon, guys. Bye.
Bye.